Hello everyone, in this video I'm gonna show you how to create your own AI agents that can perform a multitude of tasks, and in this specific video I'm focusing on an AI agent that can go to the internet and it can search for whatever topic you want. You can build anything you want using the same tutorial I'm about to give you. So it's not just one use case, it's multiple of them. And today I'm specifically using Pydantic AI. I have used quite a bit of different frameworks for AI agents, and I think Pydantic AI is one of the best ones I've ever used. It's very advanced, and it can be integrated with many other AI tools to help you create more complex solutions. Uh, this is the website for their documentation, and they are free to use, and also whatever I'm going to use in this video is also free to use. So please stick to the end of this video to get the full information. And if you like this video, please consider giving us a like and subscribe. It really helps me produce more of these videos. Okay. With that being said, let's just give you some more introduction about Pydantic AI. Basically, if we look at some of their examples here, we have the weather agent example. We can see that their code is the way it's designed. It's designed in a way that first of all you need to define your agent. So this is how you define your agent. You provide the agent with its task. You provide the model you want to use for your AI, and you give it a prompt, and then you will give it some tools to use. So for instance, for this one, there are multiple tools. For example, like getting the latitude or maybe getting the weather. These are different tools that are available to this model, and as you can see, this is it. This is the structure of the framework, and let's dive into our own code. Uh, so uh, this is the code I have prepared for us, and uh, as you can see, first we start by installing our dependencies, and these dependencies are a for our AI model that we are using, and the rest of them are really about just like uh, the Pydantic AI tool, and also for getting the date, time, and date class, so which are going to be used in our AI tool. So just get these dependencies, and once you have done that, here I'm just giving the configuration for the logging. This is not necessary. You don't need to know why am I doing this. It's just a way to store our logging information, and here we are storing our Brave API key. So Brave API key is the API key we are going to use to basically access the internet, and it's free. I'm going to show you later how you can do that. So here we need to define the model we are using in our code, in our AI agent. You need to use a chat model. You can use any of them, but not all of them are free. The ones available by Google, the Gemini ones, are free. So I'm using those in this video, so you can use those as well. With that being said, let me actually show you how you can get your API key from Gemini. Okay, so if I close this window and if I go to Gemini API key, just search this on Google, and you will be you will be going to this website, get a Gemini API key, and just click on get a Gemini API key, and once you do that, you will be directed to this website where you can create your own API key for free. So this is free, and there are no like limitations whatsoever when it comes to just experimenting with these tools. So I really like it. And so just get your API key, copy it, and come back to the code, and keep it when we want to provide our API key. So with that being said, we need to define our model. So this is important to know. We are not importing our model. We are not installing our model. This is the mistake I used to make. But the way Pydantic AI works, you don't need to download the models yourself. You just provide it with a string name of the model. So in this case, I'm using Gemini 2.0 Flash, and I'm just gonna give it the string name. So you don't need to install anything. You do that, and once you have done that, it's time to define our agent. So I'm gonna name our agent web search agent, and here you need to basically define the model, which is in our case Gemini 2.0 Flash, and you need to provide a system prompt. So here I'm saying you're an expert at researching the web to answer user questions. You can use the Brave Search API to get the latest information. You have access to Search Web Tool. Use it to answer the user query. The current date is blah blah blah. So that's the prompt you're giving our model, and the maximum retries is 2. So if it cannot make the system work at the first attempt, it will try another time. So uh, with that being said, the next thing we need to do, we need to actually, this part is not necessary. So if you were to import your own model, you would initialize it using the Gemini client separately if needed. But I mean, we don't need this part in our code. You don't need to include this, to be honest. It's just like if we were to import our model, we would import it using this code, but we are not doing that. So with that being said, this is the time to create our tool. So AI agents are AI agents because they have access to tools that enables them to complete like certain actions, right? Whether it's web search, whether it's sending emails, whether it's making online purchases, and we need to define these tools ourselves. And here I'm defining the tool. So search. So this is like the framework provided by Pydantic AI, so which you can find in their documentation. So search the web given a query defined to answer the user's question, and so the arguments that are going to be given to this function are the context, and the context is basically whatever we find from the internet, and the web query, the query for the web search, whatever the users provide the model with. So and this one returns the search results as formatted strings. So uh, so this is our tool, and here if you come here, we are basically uh, formatting our web results. So this is not very integral to our use case, but just add this code too to just give some formatting to your tools, okay, to your to give some formattings to your uh, search results. Here uh, if we couldn't find any results for our query, we are just gonna say no results found. And here we need to basically initialize our Brave API key, Brave API tool. So here, as you can see, I'm giving my Brave API key, and just an important note: never give your Brave your API keys like this. And I'm going to delete my API key right after uploading this video, but never do that. Your API keys can be used to control your accounts, and if you have payment information connected to your accounts, you can lose some money. Okay, so let me show you how you can basically get this API key. So if you go to Google and you can say Brave API key, so just go to Google and say Brave API key, and you will be directed to this web page. Just click on it, and so first of all you need to log in, and it's free, right? So you get 2000 free queries, which is a lot of queries, right? For one query per second, 2000 queries per month, that's a lot of queries, right? If you're not creating an app, that's a lot for your just experimentation. So just log in, and log in with your username and your password. And once you do that, you will be navigated to a web page where you need to just to your API key. It's very simple. I'm not gonna go that far because it's very simple to do. So I'm not gonna waste your time with that. But just create an account and get your API key. And if you have any questions regarding how to get your API key, you can leave your questions in the comments, and I'm happy to answer them. So I'm assuming by now you have your API key. So we're gonna go back here and we're gonna basically paste our API keys. And right now we are basically done with the code, and we need to basically provide our questions. So my question is, what is some news about DeepSeek AI? So that's my question, which is going to be used to uh, f- uh, do the query on Brave search. And if you don't know, Brave search is basically a web browser. So it just goes and checks different websites. So and let's actually run this code to see how it works. So if I come here and if I run my commands and if I toggle my terminal, I need to first of all do some pip installations because I have all of this here, and I need to basically install do the pip installations to use them, right? So I'm gonna show you what to install right now. But the cool part about cursor is that you can basically do command L or control L if you're on basically Windows, and you can just copy this, and you can come here and you can paste it here. Let me actually delete this. Okay, you can paste it here and you can ask it to give the pip installations. Please give me the pip installations for these pip installations for these. It's fantastic, right? And you can do it for free, which is great, right? So these are the pip installations, but I have already have them here. So I'm gonna get all these are all the installations we need to do. So I'm gonna come here. I've already done these installations, but if you want to do them, just come here and copy paste them here. So these are the installations. Just click enter or return, and this is gonna do the trick. So let me just make this bigger, close this, and it's making all those installations. And the next thing after it's done, the next thing we need to do, we need to give it our Gemini API key. So as you remember, I showed you how to get your Gemini API key, and there are multiple ways to provide your API key, but the one I'm doing for this video is just using this code here. So export Gemini API key and put your API key here, right? So if I get this, just put your API key in between these single quotes. So if I copy this and if I paste this here, and if I click enter, now I have my Gemini API keys. So you could also set this as an variable in your environment file, but for this one I'm doing it this way, which doesn't matter that much for this experiment. So I think our code is ready, and let's see how it works. So our question is, what is some news? What are some news about DeepSeek AI? And if I run this, now it's making the it's making the search, right? So as you can see, it did the search, and here's some news about DeepSeek AI. So uh, as you can see, we have the news. DeepMind CEO not concerned. Google's DeepMind CEO Demis Hassabis has stated that Google has superior AI technology, downplaying concerns about China's DeepSeek AI. And open source pivot, Baidu is responding to competition for companies like Alibaba and DeepSeek by AI by providing to open source like AI developments. So as you can see, we were able to get all of this news from the internet. without like actually going to the internet and doing the search ourselves. So this is very fantastic, because if you can use these AI agents in a combination with other AI agents to do more advanced operations. And by the way, if you are using your free Brave API keys, you can do much more advanced searches. For instance, you can search for pictures, and you can search for actually the whole articles. So here I'm just searching for the titles, but there are other ways you can search for the text, videos, everything. So with that being said, let's actually see how our model would work if we didn't have maybe the API key. So if I delete this API key, let's say if I would just maybe delete the B, and if I would run this, let's see how it would work. Okay, so it gives you an error because that's not what I'm trying to do. What I was trying to do, yeah, it couldn't get the connection to the Brave API key. That's okay. So what I was trying to show you, basically, I was about to demonstrate to you that without the Brave API key, we couldn't do the research, because we couldn't access the internet, and the model would tell us that it doesn't have access to the internet. But yeah, that's it. And you can search for anything. Let's say, what are some news? What are some news? Let's say about uh Sam Altman, and Elon Musk. Let's see if we give it more specific queries. It can also come up with the results. Let's see how it works. What are some news about Elon Musk and Sam Altman? Okay, so a consortium of investors led by Elon Musk, X.AI, offered to buy OpenAI for $97.4 billion. Sam Altman has dismissed the proposal. Elon Musk is attempting to block OpenAI's planned conversion from a non-profit in a lawsuit. So, as you can see, it can do very advanced searches, right? So, we ask for a news about both Sam Altman and Elon Musk, and as you can see, the news it came up with are very accurate. They are both about Sam Altman and Elon Musk. So that's it, folks. And if you like this video, please consider giving me a like and subscribe. As I mentioned earlier, it really helps me stay motivated and create more of these videos. Thank you very much, and have a great day.